B-BIC started to develop technologies out of academia that were really not quite ready for commercialization, but it was a recognition from the NIH that there were all of these technologies being developed that needed to become products for patients, and so that's what B-BIC was started to do.
We were looking to provide additional support opportunities for researchers who've been developing technologies using traditional grant funding mechanisms that would allow them to pivot those technologies in a commercialization direction. We were created to give funding and provide advisory support for researchers looking to make that transition.
Not only do we provide funding for development of these technologies, but we also provide expertise. So there's a project management element, there's an education element. All these things come together to really move these projects forward so that these technologies can move into commercialization.
That support comes from people who've done work in industry developing and commercializing technologies. It's being able to have that exchange and support to transfer some expertise to teams that have never gone down this path before.
Platelet Biogenesis was one of the first projects we did from B-BIC. It was a technology that started at Brigham and Women's Hospital and then went through B-BIC, and after B-BIC transitioned into becoming a company, focused on platelets, blood being a core part of what we're interested in at B-BIC.
And we applied to B-BIC with the intention of taking the expertise that was available at the university and through this funding organization for the purposes of actually developing a commercial product. Platelet Biogenesis is making human platelets from stem cells. What was really interesting is that the company before B-BIC was really no more than a vision. It was an idea.
How do you take what is just simply an idea and translate it into real technology that can reach patients?
B-BIC was the very first steps in bridging a gap towards taking an academic discovery and turning it into a commercial product.
Definitely having the early mentorship component I thought was pretty significant. The education components, even the process of writing the proposal and trying to put into words this thought process of how do you create and how do you translate this technology from the academic space to a company.
With them, we began working through a business plan that was ultimately the B-BIC proposal. What it was a mentorship opportunity for experts within the B-BIC organization to sit down with me and counsel me through what a business plan was, why it was important.
And really that formed the basis of a lot of the investor decks and things that we would make in later years.
It's taken an impossibility and turned it into a reality.
The company is now grown to almost 20 employees today, almost all of those scientists, and within 3 years we should be in the clinic, which is really exciting to see this technology go from purely an idea in the academic lab to where this is actually going to get to patients.